momo into attack be attack lan momo kuma funu fontolma be kuma funu fola momo wuliya fontolma be wuliya folemale. And I want that to be very clear to everyone. Ndol man nana jang kafuko be mole baby nice la. No, we are not here to babysit anybody. Ndol binara do kolela, and that is why our mantra is very simple. Don't steal, don't lie, job break. And that is something I know they will all fight, Kajako, to put that mantra down. Ibe kelo kela, ibe furu yal kela, ibe kuma jamal fola purko mantra ta ka boendi. But wallahi, suma wallahi, Allah kuma kaon, Allah ko alkana tsunyaroke, Allah ko alkana wuliafo, Allah ko Allah make sure alenyo serve. So until we will keep serving each other all the time. So the mantra is very clear. The mantra is very clear. So Malana Kambejang, because I mean time mantra back because I want to make this declaration or this clarification Kabrim Kunung because of Mantai Mosoto and Sokuta, and I feel like today I have to do it. So guys, first of all, I just want us to do it episode by episode. Episode by episode. Mbakela Woleti, Ibajeloko, people listening can actually understand. Molsa understand no milem caring, Molsa understand no milem tonyati, and milem barakanta yadi, and milem furi yati. We must make sure our people understand some of these things. So, at the Kela Kubati, at the Awomansia Bake. So, guys, left time men now you go. Moment Sabal Urla about President Barrow. But let's hear episode 1 from Mohamed Sabali. From Mohamed Sabali, and then we can continue. Episode 1 from Mohamed Sabali. They are fire, and they I mean, Peda Yam, Peda Yam.
Was insulting our young people here that they don't want to work. They signed an agreement to deport the young Gambians here. It's out there in the open. It's even on Fatu Network.
Now I've reached out to
sold their families treasures and land and travel for better opportunities that their own government can provide for them. So what happened was, what they signed is very clear. It's a deportation agreement signed by Muru Tangara and Aissatou Toure, who was insulting our young people here that they don't want to work. They signed an agreement to deport the young Gambians here. It's out there in the open. It's even on Fatu Network.
Okay, so that is episode 1 of Mohamed Sabali. You all hear that, right? You all hear what Mohamed is.
For their financial sad and heartbreaking that the government that you remember Adam Barrow post 2016, there was no single speech that he would make without singling out the Gambian diaspora for their support on social media, for their financial contribution to the so-called struggle that brought about change. Those same people, this government has not lifted a single stick to improve their welfare, to negotiate for them. What they did is some lousy policy document, some migration project by some professor that you never hear about again, calling the diaspora the 8th region. The 8th region will no longer be there because they're signing agreement, they're traveling to deport this. Will you all right? We're hearing of people getting mad, actually, mental stress in the streets of Morocco, in the streets of Italy, in Germany. People dying. And this government has done nothing to ameliorate their condition. And I know it is within their power. I've served in government. I know they are limits, but I know the certain things that they can do. They are not doing it because they don't care about these migrants, especially now that President Barrow himself went out of his way to antagonize the diasporans and call them Bafeño because he believes they don't support him any longer. It's a deliberate policy.
Like I said, almost every week we hear about someone dying, and it's always the people out there trying to find a family, trying to find the funds to repatriate them. And when people die, do you think that the foreign ministry could have formed their own team to try to investigate what exactly is happening out there?
No, absolutely. But even before they die, Sadio, I speak to a lot of people outside this country, people who actually care about these young people. With this lockdown, coronavirus and issues, things are very tough, even for citizens of Europe. Talk less of our migrants. Some of them are sleeping in parks. This government made no effort to try to use at least this exceptional situation to negotiate for better living conditions of our people. They don't care. If you don't care for somebody when he is living, do you think you will care about that person when he's dead? It's very sad and unfortunate. I think the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, they call it Foreign Affairs and Gambians Abroad, the second part should be scrapped. It's just the Ministry of Foreign Affairs begging and personal interest of government officials. That's the official name of that ministry.
How efficient do you think is the Ministry of Foreign Affairs?
Absolutely, they're totally incompetent, inefficient. What creative move have you seen this foreign ministry done in this crisis period? And I repeat, especially the coronavirus period, gave us an of our brothers and sisters there is not gold. I mean, the whole world was focused on this. We could have leveraged this opportunity to seek funds, to seek for better arrangements for the living conditions of our young people, boys and girls in Europe and America.
And Sabs, the country definitely have been rocked with one of the biggest drug scandals. And Gambians really seem to be outraged about it, but it seems government hasn't come out to issue even a single word about it. But we will get to that part because they have not said anything. Everyone is flying with their own allegations and stuff. But I want to know, what do you think in your mind? Can you give us a mental scenario of what you exactly think is happening?
Well, my mental scenario is simple. It's a mandinka put proverb. Ninjalo famasimo before amakan. Tankamate kosila. Even si bopam. Su tege tankam si banda bunyota tege sabarbu.
So aliamen Sabali lafo ako Adam Baromu drug dealer. It's from Sabali. Calling the president a drug dealer. Because that is what actually he's saying. Ako jaro suma lorum forum kan. That's mean ko Sabali lafo ko Adam Baromu suma lorum forum kan. Ka drug dealer mabo nyim banko kan. Based on B, droko be menke kan nyim banko kan. That is what Sabali is saying. Yes. This is what Sabali is saying. So it's very simple. It's very, 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 very simple. So Sabali and then draw menke President Adama Barola, mo maki Adama Barola nyim banko kan jang. Sabali and Malbali are mentally Adama Barola, mo maki Sabali. But look, so you see, because of the nature of our country, because of the situation of our country, this is why the like of Mamadi Sabali Nyolu will be diamula. This is the life of Mamadi will be diamula and Molbe la Moila Wella. People are listening to Sabali. That is because Gambia la Gambia. Porque la moy Mamadi Sabala. Ke la moy Mamadi Sabala kawala kumakamota ikoete kay ifanyambu wala. But I want to be very clear here today. Sabali la past. I have different episodes for Sabali. Pour more ya understand. For more nyante la moy la Mamadi Sabala la bang. For more nyante la moy la Mamadi Sabala. That is left to the Gambian people to listen to me. Or to listen to differentiate. Sabala diamo, anim tele diamo, anim dole diamo. But you see, more men may understand. Whenever they see Sabali fintita, ala nyum klubali akol start, or ala nyum malibali akumol start. I mean, the more fintita kantoro, is go no, ha kari manyana ka Sabali respond, do kari Sabali mantra disem level. Let me tell you one thing. Sabali manke o moti. Sabali manke o adamadinti. Sabali mo multi me along. If it comes on you, yabula jaya tate kang it will every day be on you. Ha. Nana te kang ayeneng. Anate kang ay kulubali akumol foye. Ima jabi lungo abetana ko kulubali akumol foye. That is Mamadi Sabali. He have no respect for anybody. He have no regard for anybody because abulan chenke malebe dunia konoja. Ha. Abulan chenke malebe dunia konoja. But look, I mean, be nteman nana jang. Nael. Okay. But Sabali mu molti me ya longo fu mo nyanta lala Sabali la bang fu mo nyanta lala Sabali la bang bulan chancha o membo ko Mamadi Sabali mo nyanta lala wala bang mo nyanta ka wala kuma ka mo la bang bulan chancha o membo ko Mamadi Sabali. So but you know some of the allegations I made la become era council kang I made la chairman ko dabo kang I made la kang. I just want to make clarification about those things because the records are there. The records are directly there. You see, along a coalition partners all UMC for DMC lemon DMC. Talib Ahmed Bensouda la Dinolu, Talib Ahmed Bensouda la Talibol. Yes, and animal partner kekang. Wolum bojo wolum projo leti. Wolum get la problem because wolu mo be ya lon le Talib Ahmed Bensouda la corruption ala kilimbalia ala I member du ñokono KMC already is out there. Imagine when I tell la council Karamo Sisi ako a risk that our local government commission extend to the recent things ko happened because Karamo Fana ayo kumakao bondina Jumale Bulu ayo kumakao bondina from Mamadi Sabali statement Bulu if feel like it will they have a goal because meneka the B you'll be a baby searing it can me it can do a suratil wala nyuko kiaman yankuba dabo be do na problem ko na nyabe and I want people to understand all this thing. B Mamadi Sabali lemba Talib Ahmed Bensouda Talibol lemba tal amen ben sura dinno wolemba I mean karal ala dinno wolem kan they are not a political party tal bila dinno wolemba what I can tell you people very clearly all of you to go be it will be kamendua be ila coalition movement be ila denna ko movement ibe dennin ko menna ibe dennin kelo menna wala nyindi ko yankuba dabo ibo doyala nyamen that is exactly what they want after Kajako, Yankuba Dabo a problem soto. That's all what they want. Because today, many of these people, Yankuba Jiko men soto, Emasoto, Itasoto, ila Yomidin. Many of these people, they serve in the government. They were all found corrupted. They were not leaders like Yankuba Dabo. Today, B, Ibela Kelo Mumentuolo Yunduko, Yankuba Dabo me yalonko B, Yene Senator and Tolbeti. Yankuba Dabo me yalonko B, Yene Fisaran Tolbeti. Mba make sure nyadile molbe dupla Yankuba Dabo la nyadile. Wala mula planoti. Because they have seen mol lata Yankuba la nyame, mol trosa Yankuba la nyame, ala leadership ni nyaye wolaje, it will be kobe den na sign. Talib Ahmed Bensouda Talibolu, aning Adama Barrow Talibolu, on Adama Barrow John Buddha, Memus Mamad Sabali. Because Mamad Sabali, abe menna na menantol malon tol yal lonne. I swear to Allah, we know what you people are up to. I'll be fair or mental na be lonne. I'll tell you can be for Kokumakinam go. You must have come down. More than Dokola become a consul, senior member Solem. If a Dokola become a consul, they are serving her spies. It was pilot. Come and Kagide, if a minute sort of like Yaman double as a fault. Puriba trouble no yaman, Puriba tono no yaman. Molben na Dokula, Molben na council Dokola and a staff soul. They directly work with the state intelligence. If a Dokola become a council. Become a council, Molbeje, Melialonko. If a Dokola council, but Lolum, it cannot governor officially, Kataje to go and report. Your council staff so let me understand it. B, if there is anything wrong going in becoming a council, and Masakunda Alonoko is wrong, Billahi will let a lie, they will attack young Badab. Because B, you must have come down a man Sula Soto, a man more is let a menna, a man more ye may alonko, it will alakobe down can Katambi Yanko Badabola. Imam Moje, may alone call a Kobe down Katambi Dabola. So all what they want, because it's a Nepal because if somebody may alonko, aka hakilo to back it. Mole may along Abuka Motonye. But near Tonye, in never Abuka see Kafukon K button. Near Wulia Farmer, Abuka see Kafukon K button. That is I mean Chairman Yankubadab. But Melaka Lumolu, if a Siring Lumolu in a Dua minute to go, how Yankubadabo is going to get into trouble. That is why Nia Gibe, Gambian called Magatolity, Gambian called Nyabe. In fact, Akeloni Mandang just only, Talib Ahmed Bensouda la Kafoda Malade. They have media houses. Media houses all Melalongo. Ye online platform will lay or platform will be movement to Pruka Yankuba Dabo Kele, Adam Mapet. But Yalo Membeken, Ale Moment Kanda, Wallahi Suma Wallahi Jomonkuno Homa. Ale moment kanda, ale moment makoy, moment yalonko ala jiko sembe ala lakan. Yankuba Dabo boka ku jibe kapoko because nina nyinga pour mol no. Yankuba Dabo ka moment ka kapolo ko ala benjekan, ala. He doesn't care about kapoko president baro benjibe kan no. Aka memmen ka ala benjekan because wherever I am, Allah is seeing me. President Baro is not seeing him; he's seeing him every day or every moment. But Allah is seeing him every moment. Wato suratili ala nyabala, ala baro ayaki ala nyabala. Yankuba came here and ala temola than just asol projo than this mayor government. It takes about God. I came in ala temola and in Gambian call temo. And in the West Coast people will temo. And in the West Coast people will temo. But I kata Jawya me along Alia City. O Jawya ni me Alia City kanaka fania lakan. Ka platform all do, ka platform all deda, ko alka yanko bala kele. Platform all do beje fomu, wolo ani bi mo malon jumale be wol koma. Abe alia be wuli ni minaka pro ka yanko dabo kele, ka yanko dabo doyande, ka yanko dabo ta ka make sure ko pro Adama Barrow just to whatever problem al kamen duwa dunya kono, any problem mo ka mel dunya kono, pour yanko dabo ya sot. Bari yalon kuma kele yanko dabo barakatale. Yankuba Dabo tilintele, Yankuba Dabo manke o dinti. Ha. You know what na ni alna another rubbish. You always come and respond because Yankuba ta mo kila, Yankuba ka mo ki. Yankuba buka sabero ka kadi mo la ka ko ya post. Yankuba Dabo manke oti. Yankuba Dabo is not like Talib Ahmed Bensouda. Yankuba Dabo is not like Mohamed Sabali. Me ya lonko your platform where the NPP must go. Lu ibe mol nena. Lu ibe alpha disrespect la. Jumal le ba ko Mohamed Sabali ñu le ba ko. Mohamed Sabali ñu le ba ko ani anala mol. They are the people behind it. Ndolbe me women kala we so plain ka fo like plain. Wala muslima yat. But wala fam adama yat. Kana bambu mol ko be mol tonyela. Ala man le wala. Ni la te fan na be me women kala akeni ala temola. That is what we do. But be na kukuli londe. Ni atata bi Yankuba anything in become ala kasumi alon ko luwa manta. Bi masakunda be nyapelakan. Ika kawmen be fa ika mol le bula marché kono. Go di reconcile there. Alta marché kono le mol samana ali nyilinka. Di reconcile there. Di reconcile 100% there. Fente mabola moma. Mama Sabali. Ika mo men fo bi momo ka foye ala audio kono ali ala mo ala audio kono abe modo je kan ala audio kono ka fo wole aka fo alusan me aka je ala audio kono that alusan wo mo staff to be camera ala council but that alusan we problem mo so be camera ala council before tol kana ay problem mo so je yala ko samba mun tol to service commission ko step out. Yes. So that alusane nga yajal nale sabal audio la moy alba moy la ko akafako alusane ha akawo alusane memfo wo alusane mustafol ti bir camera consul ndol ya tara jere bar janun tol kana wo alusane problem wo soto ya mutan sunyaro nun kolla alusane amin mbadi wala because tiam kolam anin na mol dal ba so kabron dol nata alusane because natara le ya sos inenda ka bay ima bay abe council bari e ka jo every month e ka alusane jo every month because staff wala man senior staff wala man so kamen don nata il lafta pronto le abula system wo kono so ma ya longo mo ma ya longo ko ay suñaro lek alman clear tinkala ko kono aliyo mari bula o je wo nyama atol lafta pronto le ki ko nga filo kono alusane nata ala case now to the committee because chairman is not part of that committee, to the establishment committee, and ala case now also to the finance committee because it's collectoral matter. So at some point the finance committee and the establishment committee agreed puri abula ta filo kon alusane kilo musa back to the field and we not a report so kodenke ko abi revenue suppress kan kodenke after all appeal board now everywhere to appeal go okay alna yam fire do ko bari council ka jole ye receipt buko diala ye imposo diata da filo kono and the same fraud me yalon ko ya muta wala itata ya report na ko is doing the same thing inadana ka alusane ka ma bay because ndol mom power so ka bay but we leave him there now make so ma post blood. So that alusana yowleta yake jorawti in becoming ala council alusana be mila dila no tolla sumbe mila dila no sumke bala ni alusana musunti fo sungo ya tina wo bi wala do ko problem kono atol ko al kawla ke jorawti becoming ala council kono to give you people information fal kalo audio sabal kalo audio kono kaka alusana le press because alusana is giving him whatever I left the Gambian ko la mayani hakilo la ba but not only alusana de there are other staffs they are directly working with them but kukil lebe je wala ñu e be men ñi kan billah ni ya soto non naata ka men fo sabali ka men donkili la naata na proof betul bulu evidence be bulu dan bi alba yank ba dabo ni moy la police le on dali yank ba dabo ni moy kiti blado on dali amoy ko yank ba dabo attaque le ya bondi alo ibe fero ki ka pourquoi bondi c'est bobe masakunda la bulu local government are under the control of the government. So if you people think at any point Yankuba is corrupt or Yankuba is doing anything bad, come up with a commission, come up with an inquiry. And the inquiry now And the inquiry, it's very simple. If you people think Yankuba is corrupt, come and investigate. But because they're scared about the man. It's like a moon. Become era council. Only 2 major contracts. Kabinara knowledge. Gambia ko alila mani hakilola de. Alila mani hakilola. And I want this thing to be very clear. Mol melka audio record left very well. Ale new audio record. Ale agenjandi. Mamad Sawal be wuli yamen fokang. Mamad Sawal be barakante yamen na. Pour Gambian ko ya long. Mais Mamad Sawal ñol wulindi na be lon si tale miton kele. Ye offer million la. Ye offer kodola. Ko itolo kono jumale be Yankuba dabo provoke la. Pour iba mu do ñamen ka soron. Allah mitun lo ale miti. Itolo kono jumale be Yankuba dabo provoke la. Pour iba yolo ko ay react pour na react pour iba ñep la kan no ñamen. Adama Barrow na la molu. Adama Barrow na la kabudu. Adama Barrow na la molu. Yole fere. Ye Mamad Sabal ki anyaton koti. But I told Mamad Sabal one thing. Kaya ko ibe kele me ya lonko itaba nola. Ye kele dunota kele me ya lonko itaba nola kelo be silale. Wallahi lazim. And if you think any one of us will be losers, let's see who don't need a juma make loser. Because near inata ye fanya for banku dungole, we will always come and clear it to the people. So it's either ya kacha ebe social media platform yella different platforms ebe yella all these platforms ebe tell like Yankuba attack because B il a problème bien West Coast let B il a campagne bien West Coast let dalil le ba ko kono because Yankuba be do ko men kekan because the people of West Coast how they are loving Yankuba ebe Yankuba kanu kan nyamen. How are they West Coast Nkolu? The belief, the trust they have in him because he's one of the best leaders. In the council. Now, because Talib Lako is not their problem now. Talib Lako, because I know Talib is nothing. Talib won't defend Yolan. Okay, they are fair. Because Talib Ahmed Bensouda went. So saying already Talib is out. So now, Yankuba Dabo le mod me along anala molu will lebe Usen Dabe Sementu Yaka. Will lebe Usen Sementu Yaka andum the way they are walking, the Doko Keka Yamming, the West Coast Doku can yamming, the way Gambian Colbe Tofu can yamming, the way Gambian Colbe Lamoka yamming, Nimme Kele. For West Coast Tiara Mundo, this new President Marola Mansaya Bandale. But I may be like a menu killer yamming. That is their tactics. But Madam Lila Moide. Left ka memfo katonya ni bataro bondi nyokoro ha ni Mamad Sabal na la batara kumonata katonya sabanan ka landi pour mo yalo minam tonya ani minam bataro wala ko ali la moane hakilola kabile Yankuba Dabo na brigade era council only 2 major contracts na wala award 2 major contracts na wala award 2 major contracts the first major contracts na men award wala ke na motobalti na motobal yalo sabal la ba foka ko alaji konte ako alaji konte nyenta ka programme projet men soto no contrat ko awol jumale Gambien ko mal nyen kala fo alnana ka alaji konte lo moto wafil la bang alaji daba nani fo alnana ka lo moto wafil la bang alaji konte mol biyo lo mena kurando ko mol yolo wala kurando ko mol yolo wala be kame era kansule kurando ko melke Kabrin Tolnata under the leadership of Brigadier Ada Council, you couldn't do call Melka Council in their own words. Council phone lel, and yellow committee, and yellow VDC, a cita yellow procurement, okay, ya make sure yellow contract award whoever they want to award it to. But Brigadier Ada Council under the leadership of Kiaman Yankuba Dabo, there was no major contract. May I long give alaji content nata ya alaji content balia di Karla. The major contract follow na menka wolan kamotol sang. That was the first major contracts. Namindi, our trucks. One of the first major contracts in Namindi. And that first major contract me along ko no minti. Wala juma wala truck sold the truckol motorball. Yes. The motorball. The motorball. Yes. The motorball. Na motorball wala mfengol ti meli along ko. Na wala allocate as the first major contract. O motorball nyulu Alaji contract did not even apply. Allah moyle mbenyim be fola because nin sabal na radiamuta ala kuma kan nyanta kanala ke senen o motobal nyulu alaji contract did not apply. Jumal la apply supersonic wala apply la. Jumal la apply Espace Motors. Jumal la apply TK Motors. Jumal la apply Sella Enterprise. Jumal la apply about 5 or 6 companies Milan ko wala apply. Wala liyo apply. Kabriya apply. That contract committee ning Chairman Yankuba Dabo is not part of the contract committee. But because of akalefle kayego no member kala council I turn in Silola. Chairman Yankuba Dabo never sit in any of the committee discussion about the procurement of those trucks. The only day me along go yakuba sida udlando wala lume ya long ka bid open lume ya long ko mol me ya apply lume ke la bid you open o lumolem Chairman Yankuba Dabo sida he was present in that meeting lume ka bid you open and nun kabrika bid open nyim fananke deliberately we measure na ke live in our page. Kami era council le page, you need to about live. Now live that program we put it live. Something kitaje because Chairman is there. Something kitaje. Everybody see it live. And the contract was finally awarded to Mohammed Jah, Espace Motors. Espace Motors. Espace Motors. Finally. It was given to Espace Motors. Very simple. So, say, it will come in for the Kafoko, Chairman Yankuba Dabo was part of the contracts, Milkadi in the Camera Council. The contract committee will let us see, and that contract committee, because of my position, I just want to be very clear, because of my position as the transport rep, I was co-opted there after the bid opening for valuation. After the bid opening. But you go and ask Espace Motors la kebal te nyinka. Contract did the Espace men ali nyinka. Lume ya lonko. We were awarding them. Lume ya lonko, they came for negotiation. After awarding them the contract, Lumen they came for negotiation. At some point we were even about to cancel. We were even about to cancel the contract. But we negotiate later, based on principles, based on the interest of the council. Yankuba Dabo was never there. He was not part of any of the negotiations. But the records are there. The records are there. But Espace Motors, people at the Espace Motors can bear witness about all what was discussed in that place. About what was installed in that place. So, Nyulu, Sabalo Kumakong reality. Alaji Conte, I am coming to tell you, Alaji Conte, the time Alaji Conte came to become a council, and what Alaji Conte left on Wotumo. Along the Conintoya City, along because Melaka, Sabal Nyole Mujalolti, Along ma understand, Eka Jaliake company yele. Eka Jaliake company, the special company yele. Ibajalo company, if they are awarded contracts, they will give them kickbacks. Because wole be man sakunda kono sabal ñul ka balu wala sabal ñul ko kodo so wala la. And I want people to understand this very well. Aka alaji konte men for because alaji konte daba nani ala kebano. But daba nani ñol narmina la kabring janning Chairman Yankuba Dabo kana albeya understand ko digital tax collection o baga 5C. 5C will let a digital tax collection in the Council. That 5C Jumale aussi Brikama Era Council. Ndele 5cc Brikama Era Council. Na 5cc Brikama Era Council nyadile. Ndele la kafunyoma kutubo sila. Wole la compagnie mu 5C. That 5C is a digital collection of Kabri Nata. The first council ne samba diamond no that was in KMC. Talibla official. That was KMC. Ndara nin talib discosta. Kabin talib discosta I mo refer to ala IT. Mulmel be la IT. Ndara ya mulmel be IT anila ila contract gal nisida. We explain them everything. But ayatara talib ñul fana be kudo leto. So wol man na contract ko nyinta. Wol man na 5C endorse. Nara Brikama Era Council, we introduced it to Sirifo. Sirifo Fanaya Nalamul, Badunyol Tai, and we showed them everything. Pilot studies Bekeda. Definitely Sirifo Sonko, Mom said, and in Badu. We traveled to Dubai to go and do a study. Kataka come digital tax collection in car study. For the first time, I'm in Gambia come. Then in Sirifo Sonko, former chairman. I'm not a councillor in Brikama Era Council. This was in 2018, 2019. That Dubai, we do the studies and everything. Nada. Brikama Era Council, ning your collaboration ko wala nyama. Kabin Sirifo about UDP, Atata NPP. So now you go now because they are working with Bakudubo. So me, if I want to close to Bakudubo, maybe they're not going to be comfortable. I just they jump on the component corner. But Sirifo le phone jump on the Jakarta before Bella because Sirifo does not want even moment cake and pull ya along. Kabren Nibeje during the tour in Dubai. Utumo go Sirifo go mom said you loco. Saya feel we are going to Dubai. Garaje studies la. Alakata you come up with a plan because your municipality almon motor sort almon truck sort almon fence sort. Alim proposal na if you guys can agree with these people for digital tax collection ni atare se koro dino alla alim moto bal sang because already they will do their studies you understand ko me koro jelo soto la jam so alni d'accord alni agreement ke yal ma koy alim moto bal sang you can do that kind of agreement with them because already alni digital and you people are having a digital agreement with them. But what happened later? Sirifo get book, Sirifo Bugeta. Start the killer cool again. They left me back because definitely Kabin de Ajo going, it signed the NPP column, it left like political party quality. It's not about council, I just distance them. Nebula, they operate. On the 10th of May 2023, Lume along Chairman Yankuba double nomination of Bekela, or Lumola will contract on ya terminate. On the 10th of May, I can remember it outside. Lumen Kiaman Yankuba Dabobe, Tiaman Yankuba Dabobe nominate la at the IEC in Brikama. Ulumolem, your contract on entire terminate. 5 contract will become a council. So, coming election will be a fabanta. Come election will be a fabanta. Allow you continue because look at that. 5 feeding the company even start having a problem because that boy Bakutubo men from a guy Samananjang. Now they have a problem with Bakutubo. In Bakutubo for a side. One Moroccan is a Moroccan. Akim. You Moroccan or Samanan, Kabiya Samanan, your Samanan as their head. So that Moroccan was working with Alajik Dabanani Nyolu and the other people, Malafka Oltovo, some lawyers. Malialongo Mula Moleti, and the method of Alial Melo Amen. And then lawyer Musodo, ye Bakurubo, what they did is, in fact, they Bakurubo a lawyer and a lawyer Muso, Mayalongo Mobealon, and Aminjanato. Ye Woleta as a lawyer, ye Bakurubo Jenkin different in the contract. The company was with them. With Alaji Dabanani. They use Dabanani because Yajako Alaji Dabanani because of Womu UDPT. Although after Alaji Dabanani, obviously Mobe Alonoko at the NPP. Itara Alaji Kontaya because of Alaji Conte in Mola relationship, they want Alaji Conte to come and influence Kiaman Yankuba Dabo. Itali Alaji Conte yako pour Alaji Conte sinano ka Kiaman Yankuba Dabo influence nyadile pour Alaji pour Kiaman Yankuba Dabo se song the digital tax collection on Yemurna. But in fact, il a tenu maintenant wala mnyindiko ayatana 5 sila kodolo bigame era consulla before tol kana as per the agreement. So in order pour ka Yankuba ta ka Yankuba Dabo ka convince pour ka 5 sila kodo nyin ka ojo pour ka ojo. The letters are there. All the letters are there. There are records. But Kiaman Yatan Diloko, he cannot pay a contract me along or malong after Yami, he cannot pay nada there. And they also came a Coprila Masun. I don't know, POD Masun Melialongo, Mintiket Wafer Masun. Kiaman go Galako, no, Alila Masun dealer, give them their machines. Because Ila Masun will them. Alila Masun dealer. Yes. But we are not going to give the contract back to them. Because the contract is already terminated. That was Alaji Conte Lena. That was what Alaji Conte was lobbying. But Kiaman made it very clear. We are not going to do anything without taking it to the contract committee. But in fact, a matter like this already it's been dealt with. And already will yellow contract will terminate. Say why Chairman Yankuba Dabo not aside at all left a Purukum way contract on you back to 5C. That is what Chairman don't accept. This is what Chairman don't accept. So Mama Sabali Eka mem for Kavuko a major contract. So Alaji Conte Natanu Wolela. That was what Alaji Conte came for. That was what Alaji Conte came for. Alaji Conte Natanu Wolela. But I'm also don't know. No, forget about this tribal. In the comment for it. So remember Jibeka why I remember Gombe live man. Forget about this Maimuna Sonko fake account Alinala Abukamalu Alinala Alkana Dango. She's a a fake person. Yalon comment come member, what you do? I get Nulu e Kulubaliata e Malibaliata, but Melakata, a little Kulubalia Nila Malibalia Bay, a Buka Finti. They don't show their face. E katara Kulubaliala, e can hide behind accounts le Kulubaliate. Because Sabal la dino them, Sabal la molem. Sabal Jikobe Yamming, Jamal Be Jikobe Walanyama. So don't bother them. Alcananul bother. Don't bother these people. You see, Gamen Falia, these people are people Melialonko, nobody should bother them. It's an obey moment wala ñu ko pour ye toñaf. It's an obey pour ka moje me ya lonko atlinta. Momo atlinta jay be kala la. Billahi wallahi ta'ala. E mantala yankuba kala kan fenna because mu nekada atlinta le. Dafa jub. Dafa jub. Nit su jub fi. Gambe ku jam. Momo ya lonko atlinta. Hey, ñun kelo men bebe Ousainou Dabo kanga man ka fendi bugo Ousainou atlinta le. Gambia momo ya lon ko yete kilinta la jang alon ko be kelela e be genne be kelela ka di man baraka e jamal be je man baraka mo furu mu la muti e man kala soto wo mo furu sifa al ba wala jala e ko ka Yankuba Dabo attaque al ba wala jala ko alay Ousainou attaque because mo baraka ri mo inata kaw jala e malaf kawje momo ya lon ko e baraka ta jang billahi tala foye they will never see you so ya jele e jamal be je e be NPP le ibe Kulubaliala NPP, ibe Malibaliala, they are causing NPP. Yalom be already Mombe Alonoko. NPP must go. Barola mole be koma, ibe mol nenna, ibe mol alpha nenna, ibe kumol be fola mole. Ibe kumol be fola mole. Because Muleketa, mo Kulubalo le muti, mo Malibalo le muti, i man yalong. So they will every day come out to insult people. They will every day come out and tell things to people. So Alkana will danko. Barola dinning kulubalo lem na fale janunko. Nil mo jamal beje ye lahidi fenela. Ye lahidi fenela. Yes, I swear there was a meeting call. Ibe Yankuba Dabo provoke la nyadile ibe bola ka nyadile. Pura kumafo o pura kuke meya longo ibe nyapela kam puria arrest ka soro. Ndala fale ala save. ya meeting ne sita e kambental ibe yankuba dabo iba provoke la no nyaaje kan la kata ya kata la sanji saba ya nyini nyaw nya ma council ko pour ka je ko abe kula kala me alon kan luwa manta sanji saba iba ko woni no ma sanji saba e ma shodo no sanji saba iba ko no ma e ma shodo no because they could not have him because minakata mot atlintale sanji saba iba kala iba nyini kan iba kisi kan 3 years they could not have a fault from his side. Sanji Saba. Omo dinkendolti de. Omo dinkendolti. Moma yalonko dinkendo. Moma yalonko dinkendo mati. Ha? Ekana amudo. Ha. Moma yalonko dinkendo mati. So 1 minute. Yeah, let me go for a little bit. Momo yalon ko dinkendo muti be kelela ebe wuliya folema ebe kelela ebe wuliya folema ha bar komen ka senandi ka tandi ko momon sabali mu wulolati ana wuliya la ko ka tandi ko moma nyana la momon sabali la because sabali e wuliya men be fonu president baro monu sabali ko men be kenu president baro lanu sabali ka men be la nu president baro kan ba sabali nan do men ka president baro sabali e president baro ko monu jan keran ko keba saballe momon saballe adam baro ko mon jawala jumale sabal adam baro ko mon jan dafa wala katambi saballe nyim banko kanjang weyo daso la kama mo ko kana ko president konoba ide president ko mon jan dafa wala the records are there ye president ko mon jan dafa sinya jelu to president ko mon la wala jan bi te ka fa mo le ko mo kana fo we ko konoba idlam jumat but because minakata ibe kele nyinol ibe fitna nyinol la ibe fitna nyinol wa na naka wul yalfo they are talking about the market but the records are there but then I just want to make this very clear. Become Era Council, we have only given 2 major contracts, and that 2 major contracts wala mjibiko na fuelo esanso men kasang kamen tol nar natar esanso be GNPC da manga ega Become Era Council ka esanso sa GNPC ka esanso sa wallet nga esanso sa wallet. So but council after 2 years nyanda ka bido ñu open na again according to the law na contract na bidal ko na contract ko renew. That renewal of contract, that is what happened in the council again. Ufanang chairman ko dabo daman taraje. He was not involved. It's the contract committee melialon ko wolel ba ko the contract committee. He was never involved. He was never seated in their meetings. The only day he came there, well, Lume be bidding you upon Lafana. Because as a council, as a leader of the council, such kind of transparent things, you have to be there to witness. Kiaman Katara would just to witness. You have no say, you have no decision there. Because the power, the power only lies on the contract committee. The contract committee, whatever decision they do, it can send them to the general committee, to the general council, for general council to discuss about it. They bring reports to the general council if there is any observation. And go, Allah say for falalo, me along NPP say for them. Allah nyinka. Kiaman yung God only be in that place. Lungu make that bid open. And unabe je fanan kake life because man life we don't want him to have any secret to involve into any secret meetings. Any meeting involved that you don't come, so we put life. Mobe nyaje. Chairman is here, sitting with the contract committee. Ye bid you open. Near open mobe nyaje. Mongol any complaints so near for you. If you can help them, any legal advice, give it to them. No, nothing is forced there. Chairman yung double life be akawoleke. So these are the 2 contracts mele along ko Become Era Council na wole di. These are the only 2 contracts. Wallahi as in Senkali, ni the 2 major contracts in the main award. All these other contracts, we give money to the world councillors. Because Chairman Yankba Dabo believe in grassroots development, decentralization. So council la doko, council la kamenke wolo yindiko, nka 500,000 odi before, nka na mun kodanke, nka mun di kodanke, nka saying $1 million di every ward la. But every ward may along nka $1 million dealer. Inila ward council legacy, inila ward committee legacy. Ward committee sate ila mobe siri in the ward committee. Sate be award on into. Anyone legacy, alia discourse, I left a moon project like it. What is your new project? I left a moon project like it. Alio project proposal to the council. Nalia Samanang, nearly $1 million diala. Alita see Kodanke. I told them man like a procurement, council buka involved in their procurement. Council buka involved in the contract with the Jumal. Probably I understand how transparent Yaman Yankobadabo is. But probably I understand Minati neighbor Kelekang, Minati neighbor come fool fire. Because he is not like them. Yaman Yankobadabo is not like them. A barakati tile, a kuluti tile, a tlinte tile. Nim momo tlinte nim banko kanjang along ke bekelele, along ke bekumo bele folema, because it tlinte menkama. So these were the two contracts. Melialongo, two major contracts. Melialongo Cam Ndoliedi, Consulia Award. And this major contract, Chairman Yankba Dabo was never part of any committee. And I want this to be very clear. Especially my brother Karamo Sise. Karamo, you know Yanks very well. Karamo, in fact, you know, when we came to council, there are some issues I do personally contact you those issues, Karamo. Being head of the finance committee, all because we want to make sure Nakele according to the law of the land. Because I'm a member of the finance committee. Anything Bakela, normally because you are the head of the finance committee, and all the Toledo council I do consult you, Karamo. Get consulted. So it's going to be very hard for us to do any wrong because we consult, consultation we do consult all the way up to PMO. Can make sure the moment it is according to the law of the land. So we are completely different with you people. Karamo, it's ending Talib Ahmed Bensouda. I don't want to go to that land. You and some other councillors in KMC. You and some other councillors in KMC. I told them Talib la problem because of Talib Malavitilua. Go on Talib Queer. Well, I think that some of you people, already election of phone, it was a problem. You have an issue with Talib. It was a problem. Already election. We know all what happened. Malava Katawa story side too. But you know, it is alone who is young, but and you know exactly how that council, how we operated. But because Menekata, Bim Mantra Kukili, well, I think they da for income. It's fine. It's fine. But Nibe da for Lamokan. Tona for it. Ndakan da fa Talib kanede. But nga moment for Talib Ahmed Bensouda la Koro along go Tonalem. Billahi nga moment for I have nga moment for is the truth. Muka nte buka wulika kan la kensanke. No. Nga moment for Talib Ahmed Bensouda ma. That is the truth. Me along go it's all shown at the local government. The local government commission. Yes. I bet in the local government commission. So now I told wuli. I told Saint Alman Doku Soto, Alman Pensoto, Aliam Mole recruit just to be attacking Yankoba Dabo. Just to be attacking Yankoba Dabo. That's all what you people want. Aliam Mole recruit. Aliam Mole Talia recruit. Alco, Alafita, come and Yankoba Dabo Nondi. But you know you people. But I don't want to concentrate on you people. I told you project. I told him project. I told him project. So come over. Talib Ning Chairman Mota will lala in terms of leadership, in terms of trustworthiness. Mobe alon Talib. I told Councilor Melialongo, I told you people were straight, you people were strong. We all know you people. I told Alari election one Talib Querin. Alin Talib issue sotole because of Allah stand for the truth. Allah Lona. It's just because of this commission you agree to defend him, to protect him. That is why it's embracing you people today. But now Falengo, Local government, mo be alone the rules of local government, mo be alone. But now for the rules of local government, you guys will be more exposed. So now that will worry. Alcohol la moment sabal la kang. Kuno only men keleta. Alcohol la wala kang. Kayang kuma dabo kele is not going to work. Moment sabal me ya lonko alna keleta. Alna kumo befo. Sanji jelu. Atol ko wo moment sabali. Atol la wala kang. Atol kayang kuma le kele. Because yankuba is your problem. You people are atol you people. Who is going to listen to you people? Hey, mbekuma kelim fulale probably understand. Probably understand. I told you Allah head, Allah master, because this it's not only a response to Mohamed Sabali alone, but to UMC. Talib Ahmed Ben Sula didn't I told you I understand. I told you porojo leti. I told you manke fenti. Pour que yankuba dabo boing, pour que yankuba dabo jolom, pour que yankuba dabo doya. Annual ke minim men na Sabali me yalongo, wala katami Sabali mu wulo leti. Gambia be yalongo Sabali mu wulo leti. Gambia be yalongo Sabali mu nafiko leti. Gambia be yalongo Sabali mu sofa. Gambia be yalongo Sabali mu sumuleti. Gambia be olon. Ko Sabali mu with all respect, and I limeni befala, I still have the same respect for Sabali up to date. But I am telling you ala character. Having respect for somebody and defining his character is completely different. I have respect for Sabali. But ala character nka will define. And this character can define, I'm going to come and define from out of blue. No. Nka character meant for Sabali to. Willem Sabali. And those are evidences. Those are evidence. Those are proof. I told me phone along B and I'll be general Sabali fe. I'll be Sabali kuma ka siala. Because aka Sabali ka mwole kele me along ko. Alman sila mwole dunia kono katandu wala. Because me atina sila da wala. Because ala tilimu. Ala tilimu. Ala straightness. Mbekuma kilim fula la jam pour gamen ko alila moyna kilola. Masakunda la budgeto. Masakunda ka confident dépense. It should be captured in the budget. Masakunda. It can confident dépense. Or local council. Or Masakunda la bombe da outranding. Ak anyana ka confident dépense. It can kill la budgeto kono le follow. I try follow in the budget. Alafu Talib Ahmed Bensouda ya fatole. Atol projo melka Talib Bensouda noma. Alafu ko aya file ko EU fund aya budget muntole from the budget of the council which is approved by the ministry. Aya file from which budget, from which grant, any spending in the council yake without putting it into the budget of the council is incorrect. EU fund. Let's go back to your accounts. The EU fund may along Canada. In the budget, in a budget okono, in a depense okono, you can get a grant. If you have any grant, if the grant, your grant means let's say, in a budget okono, kaji jiloko, for example, mbei la runko nyinan sao, even sola wulkemel. Nyanda ka wulkemel soto nyinan sao. Grant. Me along ko den sola, mbasola la soro blood. Near grant soto. The grant means I know nada. But say but if for example you will have 500,000, it can make you bring in a supplementary budget. A supplementary budget in it. A budget on you redo the budget. A budget on you redo it. Although you do what's called environment. Faculty okay. Allow for Talibio for them, but the EU fund another ayata it pension account oil. That's one of the biggest corruption act in KMC. Pension account oil. Kokodo spend quite 11 spend yamen because they don't want to be scrutinized by the rightful people. Talib Ahmed Bensouda will like ya. Allah can go and check it. Allah nyinka Allah fa ko mba taska mena mba taska mena is very simple. I have a Gambian call yako EU kodo kabanada ake budget jumala kono. Because EU kodo settle. If it is in the budget of KMC, like a KMC la budget okono, we know that amount of money. Mbafulo KMC that year, that particular year, what is their budget? El budget is going to be high. El budget is going to be high, but it was never in their budget. It was never in their budget. It was never in their budget. So all those things are the faults. Me alonko local government is looking at all those things. Atol yo bekeja. Atol yo kalabante yali bekeja. Atol ko al kanal kayang ko balan non. Atol ko al kadeng al ning al jaw wala kadeng kayang ko bakele wala fo mo fisaloti. Atol jaw. Atol ko mo mal jawoti. Ale men donc la signa jël. Ale a donc la ko ma atol jawoti. Atol ko atol ni wala kadeng kayang ko ba dabo kele. Atol yo barakol so. Bari Gambia no fon si la moy sabal la ba. Going forward atara ko marché akonto la kada marché ko naka ko do mura molbu mamad sabal lebo fona be fota. But you see Sabali is someone me ya lonko I mean nin Gambia no lata na sign is to their own detriment. Ala nyilinka ala 1.5 million amen sunya na central bank the 1.5 million aya defense nyadile I may withdraw from central bank $1.5 million, almost to $1 billion. Al mamul sabali nyinin ka okodo nyin ako ya jam ka okodo ni samba mundole better na word. I think that I will explain more better na janne but as we are going naman sabari do fanda sabarla 1.5 million yin. The statement is there, the things are there. The 1.5 million US dollar, I may you throw central bank, ala nyilinka. That 1.5 million US dollar nying. Ya, ako ya jambe ya ki mundo le ka kodo sambaje. Ayo fo mo leba. Better na wol sambal la kodo. Kanaka wuli and the about the market. Chairman Dabo is never a member of the market committee. And I want that to be very clear to you again, Sabali. And becoming a council, when we came, Kabri Nata, Alia Marso Mutalka Marso Dila. We use our own Namleke, Namul Command, the Molia Bulo Fainkan. It was not easy with us. Na Dual boy, na GRA boy, na Maria boy. This were our council quarters before. GRA Benun Diamond of a GRA built no Notofanam boy. Marla Saifon Notofanam boy. Nana time water, we use our energy and everything. Nimol Kafuta, through the help of the people, now Dulayenta, Nadoku. Through the help of people, especially Melialongo, they are affected by the Operation Clear the Road. Ni Kafuta Nyoma, now Dulata Nabedoku. Those people. Now, some people already applied. Puluka jako marse kutamanya be dila mella but governor ning ala molu governor ning ela molu idata nyola e manson kaw marse murundi back to the council e marse wata now o molmele alon ko ya apply council ani molmele alon ko wolle do ko keje when we were doing the work ani molmele alon ko kabri affecta we take all their list of people who were affected by Operation Clear the Road. Molmeli alongo ya affect the Operation Clear the Road. Nata nana ki marionta ki allocate into the new places. Amango komen kapoko ndole aloyede ndole ground no you level. We allocate spaces for people. I did the measurement. Sorry. You were telling my name. I did the measurement. But I have no right to give sub to anybody. Because I have that expertise. I do the drawing and everything. I give it to them. They do the job. But I'll go and make investigation there. It's very simple. And bring evidence of Ndeokodom Rajmalabul. Yalong, Neokodi Mutakumonyum. Billahi, Nina Rajang, na explain ye. Na explain. Molbalo Nele. Memutonyati. But while I'm going to Sabah in the Senate, Bakele. Billahi wallahi tallahi ndesanate mafo konte mu malay kolti de mafo konte mu malay kolti da mafo konte mu malay kolti de bar kuklimbe ye sabalin senate title I am more clean than you. My legacy is clean than your legacy. My record is clean than your records. You cannot stain me. You cannot stand me. Never on earth. Allah lazim. But ndo kuma kile mgoye ko ibe mento at a wokla. Kukiling ntol ya expect ntol we expect. One thing I want to tell you people. Ntol we are expecting ko albe menke kana expect we know it well before today. Because this is going to happen. We expect. We expect ko alni allegation on minale albe allegation on lala mon kan. We expect ko alni allegation on minantol kanne. Albe kamula lan kan because yalon kukiling beje. We have seen the sample. Ngoy ko lawyer dabo. A jaw ya men be ba kan amanke fendi because of ala telemu. Ndol yalon ko jamano be nyamen, ndol society be nyamen. Need to draw along you will have attack from people because it tilungo need to the banko kan draw ita mo mosi falete. So Gambian ba understand na le. Gambian yalo nako the trick album men play kan, the game album men play kan, and what exactly you people want. Alhamdulillah. Gambian ba understand kan. Ko alla fero manke fendi ka yankuba dabo nondi. But cooking, and I will keep repeating that. Albe kato kela, albe trial kela, albe fero be kela. Puruka yankuba dabo tina, puruka yankuba dabo nondi, alte yankuba nondi no kari yankuba fonga kafan senendi. Yankuba buka moki kafoko ten senendi. No. He's not the kind of leader. Yankuba buka moki kafoko ten senendi. No. Yankuba buka safero ke adi mola I have foyoko teya post. Billahi, that's not what he does. Yankuba, if he feels anything ko, ya tole nondi, or ya tole involved, or ya institutional dadun DJ, he will come clearly and take responsibility. That is the kind of leader he is. He will take responsibility. Natra kunoru wolem, he will take the responsibility. Nunku kendo wolem, he will take the responsibility. Wolem nyaton kayati. Yankuba buka moki. No, ndebuka, ndebuka moki, ndebuka jabi, ndebuka kar jabi. Ajabi, ni atara songonta ajabi. Ha ndebuka mo jabi, ni songonta ajabi. But ni aje kabiri, albuka jabi loka. Watu wana haka buko ndefisara karle. No, look, because mina kala ke songole fo. Aka mem fo me songole. So Yankuba is that kind of person. Yankuba mo mold, Yankuba buka song. Yankuba will never allow anybody to put any stain on him. He have the mouth, he have the hand, and he have the heart to clean himself. Kafongo sene, Yankuba ta mo kila. Yankuba buka dende mo koma. Yankuba buka copy and paste di mola. Comme membe kering, atole talibla molo albe menke kan, al coalition with Muhammad Sabali. The coalition of betrayers. Allah betrayal coalition on you. But cooking lebe je wala nyuko. Talib Ahmed Bensouda Kafo is already exposed to the world. It's already exposed to the people. Molia lonne Kafo ni mukafu nyadileti. Iman lafi, iman khamesoto. Puru faleweke. Bibi lala nye nka yeso nomo fara. Iba fole ko adamambaro itambi. 2026. Iba ko 2031 ntolifrensi nana. Because they don't have the fitness. Ima fitness soto. Ima baraka soto. They have not seen the love from anyone. That could they will be president of this country. But because say me alay usen la presidency mo tinya la nyadi le. Me alay usen la president ya mo tinya la nyadi le. That is their problem. After seeing Gambian call how ready, Gambian call the parade nyamen ka alay usen ta ka makoy ka kaden ka alay usen support ka de ko alay usen to be the president here. But iba nafiki ya lonne la diamond wala ñund ko when you hear them doing interviews iba fele ko Ousainou mo kendolti Ousainou be 10 enate kilim moy la iba interview ke kan ye anything for Ousainou mo me ya lon ko safo ko fen jawolem me ya lon ko nakida mansati alaw ku jawoni o be mansaya ñin tinyala enate kilim moy la e kera nafiki ya lo woleto bar ko kilim ngoy ko alabal expose la one by one yalla Ibrahima Diba diamutale Ibrahima Diba men fo mo be ya moyle Ibrahima Diba e même fo mo be ya moyle ko itolle moti me ya lonko atele be talib koma Ibrahima Diba la fitama ako because meneketa Ibrahima Diba me fo ako because kabirin taimu me ya lonko karto fighter ako talib ko atebe da hala politiko la ako atele talib manene akatle talib manene alila moy ne balumul de Ibrahima ko atele talib Ahmed Bensouda manene pour akane da ha politiko la bon madumul atol mel kantel la moy baake aliya lon ne ko nafu dal ne ko talib Ahmed Bensouda lafta nun ka politiko bula UDP bula kata Adama Barrow bari na fonum na interview to le ko talib Ahmed Bensouda ni Macky Sall ñojele bara ali Ibrahima la audio la moy de ali Ibrahima Diba la audio la moy wala nan ko ñim projet lu melbe talib bala tul mu projet atulinte billahi atulinte al lefta tole la al basib la al lefta tole al lefta mol ya long mol ba lon na so dal wal bari ngam mem fo wala ñundu ko atul projet lu wallahi alman talibu long kata mintala atul proche ha atul man talibu long kata mintala ha bari Ibrahima Diba fela ya ko de Ibrahima Diba la fa ko kabri election o keta ako talib ko abeda halale kabo UDP but in fact talib kata num ala office to le ay Usain Dabo le fangol be jindi the proofs are there the evidence are there nafa lejan ko talib Ahmed Bensouda anim Macky Sall mitale kachata Macky Sall kay ko ta president Baroya and Macky Sall talib convinced at the time but the only thing may at keep because Ibrahima can memfo Ibrahima you know look well sometimes I don't understand Ibrahima can memfo Ibrahima and the others cannot convince Talib in those period if the Talib convince no what they cannot convince him. No. If the Talib convinced no. Because Talib fear things have already fallen apart. Talib feel like things have already fallen apart. Yes. That's what exactly Talib Mirano. That's why Talib want to leave the party and go and join NPP because he knows that commission is coming. He was very scared about this commission. So him joining the party, the president, maybe commission might not even happen. Because he is not going to be elected into office. President Barrow maybe President Barrow is going to make him an ambassador or a minister or a vice president. Because it's Italy, they discuss. But Ibrahima Fele ayenda kuma kama yisene. Yalon kabrin diamu de ko abe kamon laka nko ale ko ntakalla la Talib Bensouda la mon ta kalla la Talib Ahmed Bensouda même fo Talib Ahmed Bensouda mo avec le toñale avec le toñale avec le toñale même fo la Talib Ahmed Bensouda is going to be truth. It's going to be truth, but nothing else but the truth. So on même fallait de manquer atulu de na atulu because until la political I put it on facts. Alekelo membela Alekelo is all against one person. All of Yankuba Daboti because you all scared him. Al scared Yankuba la minala al scared la minala ala tilu ala tonya fo ala hani kala kelo ka fe. Because Talib buka okeno. Talib buka kelo okeno afai. Talib buka kelo okeno afai. Aso atolu al seleta Yankuba Dabo le buka minekara ala tilu. Al hani ka kelo okeno afai. Al hani ka tonya fasa. That is the only reasons. Al tolu ko alka akele. That's the only reason. I told you alka kiyama yankuba dabo kele. But ngale ko alka mole kele. Me ya lonko alta kuno lama. Ni ya long ima long. Albe filo le kono. Albe filo le kono. And wallahi na yankuba dabo lonne. Ning yenna soron kaso nte. Yente ni yankuba dabo soron kaso la in mile 2 for this country, for the Gambia. Yamwe, yente ni yankuba dabo, yen soron kasola lembe kasola nu, we know exactly ndo li halon ne membe kere. Nte yankuba jiko lonne, nte ya lonne yankuba mujumaleti. But in fact, ide Musa said même fo ya lonko ibe jang. Ide Musa said, me ya lonko ibe jang. You know yankuba dabo than anybody. You know how trustworthy that guy is. But you know how straightforward that guy is. But because be minekeda, ibe talibla noma porochola, ibe talibla noma budu la, iko ikakafu molma, iko kayanko bala doya, ikakafu molma melalo wol ko kayanko bala doya. Wallahi, it's not gonna happen. Ite Musa, you know, ite ya long dumala yankubati. Alka memfa talibu ka respond hey. Because ala respond balea because minakada ika jikole fo ika memfo wolem toñan ibe respond la ni be jiko fo kam memu da jiko mol ka wala fo ma with evidence and proofs ibe mina fo la ko denke ibe wol jabile mina la because yalla ko you cannot debunk it, but the only thing talibu ka menkeno wolem nyindi ko ayta ala molta ala dala sidlalta ay parendi yenana eko eka talibla keloke. Yankuba bugo okay. No, Yankuba don't do like that. Yankuba don't do that. So the likes of Musa Seydinyolu and others, you see, for example, my brother Mark Jana, you see, Mark, like for him, I have that kind of respect for him. I get coming, whatever might happen, I always try to refresh my mind about the past. I always make sure I did that. So I want you people to understand that then I'll mantra level kill it. Now mantra level kill it. No. The levels are so high. The level will jump on your the honesty and dishonesty. Imagine, like I said, imagine that's why they have fake accounts. Mele alongo, inata just these are fake people. Mele alongo inata lying against me. But kuma killing call go, you don't lie against me. And it stands. Then they will do it. Because nte tulinta atoldi, ndele koita atoldi. Janimbe sunyaro kela. O janimbe tapale akela bida adama baro yale na joina kan. I kodo dinna. Than doing tapale. Did that atoldi. You hide behind profiles. Kata sai ka hide musu profile le koma because nte go le koma musu attack. Nte go musu attack. I have no problem with any woman. Nte go musu attack. Nte ni musu buka dafanteke. Nyaay lo musu no janne. Lo musu no ya longo aka keto le use. Nyaay janne aka keto le use Facebook. Nyaay janne aka ni no I don't have. Nte mo time musu. Alla keba. Alla kawod keba. Nte kada wole no. Tali. Me ya longo sabalika memem farmer. In those days, he cannot respond to Sabali because I can't call a farmer. So he don't want to respond to because I can remember for Jikola. But now I remember for Mamba Jabila and we will bring the proof because Nalongo is lying. Now kuma for Mamba Jabila because Nalongo Sabal Mulet is lying. And we know, mina mula tratte, mina mula plan solti. Na belon. Ila fero be momenti, ila hamo be momenti. We know it. Suma wallah, we know it. So, guys, I can tell you, I can tell you all what I am telling you. Ndolu, we are so focused. We are so focused, and we will still stay strong. Yes. Yeah, they can never have. Yeah, they can never put a good man down, my brother. Never. If a kilo bekela, if a kado bekela, billahi, you can never put a good man down. Sanji Saba is on the fight. But that doesn't stop from delivering. It's not your mate. Sanji Saba anibe kelola. Sanji Saba iba kelekang. Sanji Saba ibe kobe fokama. They could not get anything from him. In fact, intelligent officer intelligent officers sama council council officials serving as intelligent officers. Yes, still they cannot have anything from him. He's a coward. Your leader is a coward. Look at it. If he's not a coward, come on. Why he's not responding to Sabali? No, Sabali, call him a project, whatever. But now a member, you have to come and clear it. If you believe that I can member, I'm going to but because I can member, I'm going to So guys, I just want to make these clarifications for people to understand. Because I don't want a sister. I respect this lady very well. Ajale ni Ramu Sabali Mantara Kukiling. Ni Ramu Sabali. Ajale Sabali, I don't want to go too much on him. Sister Ramu Sabali, na Mantara Pati killing. But you see, I have that respect for her. I think Kodul Baji Nyanda Kefu Sabali and Tefolai. But Kodul Baji Nyanda can reference D Dekela because of Ramu Sabali. Because of Ramu. Because Numoy Kutu Yefanangatu. Because Numoy Kutu Yefanangatu. So I can't even say Kuomemfo. I'll have evidence. It's very simple. It's very simple. The letter of Wula Tarik, you are the one in the government. You have powers to come and investigate the council. Come and investigate. Allah, Bari, come and come for Gambian call. He left a movie all along. And left her wake also a special audio to Gambians. We are understand. Milebe caring. Member caring pour Gambian call be a faham. Albe kele jamale jela Yankuba Dabo Kang. Albe Tonyin Jamal jela Yankuba Dabo Kang. Nunko Yankuba Dabo become era consul. Bari Kairolem. Alabula yetara Yankuba Kang. Kairolem. Kairaba Puri yetara Yankuba Kang. Let them concentrate on Yankuba. It's not a problem. It only concentrate on Yankuba Kang. Ka Kamala Kang, Ka Wulia Fama, Ka Dua, Ka Nini. Pour Kabula problem. It will let do come molde. I will continue. But Kukili Lebaja Ala Jomem Barakandi. Mobuko Barakantandi no. Ala Jomem Barakandi. Mobuko Barakantayandino. Alale Yankuba Dabo Barakandi. Alala ki dim Barakarimuti. Alala ka Tonya Moti. Alala ka Motulindi. Neatara low Tilimo. Atoluko Alka Kele welcome. Alo Tonya Fasa. Atoluko Alka Kele welcome. Wallahi. simo wallahi ala na dat kal fasa la yankuba nyaado ala na taru sendi la yankubati fo ila yawmidin kadu yankuba lon kan mu minti ani ala temo ake mira walla ala do ko me ba ke kan ani ala temo ba ke kan walla aba molmel nafa kan bi aba molmel na fulo ta kan aba mara kan bi wallahi ngogo lunso da e de general council ay na ako let me tell you people one thing alia understand ako ndama Angleterre bula kana jang just because I want money akon ka jo e ka Angleterre kan jo men na je wala siada kan jo men na jang ngam ben soto Angleterre karo wala siada ngam ben soto jang. But one thing I'm telling you people, any day, na realize ko, I cannot serve my people. Any day na realize ko, nta do ko kela no namoli. Wo lungolem, bem pakle bem mura back to the UK. That is his statement. Ako lungome ya lonko, I will not able to deliver to my people. Nta tonya fasala. Nta tulina na do ko kono. I will not be able to take responsibility. Kuku kena nyem council to lume ya lon kon tek ndabalanta to take a single responsibility. Ako lungolem be bola nyem lungolem be resign I go back to UK and go and work. That was in a general council meeting. General council be siri. Ayana fo. Lume ya lon ko mole jiko men sotana naje ko jiko nyim mandala ka mafa. Ako lungolem be pack like go back to UK and go and make my life and go and work. That was the statement from Yankuba Dabo. At least alama dum fele mentalita bari alfal bejele kebali beje mol beje mol meli alon ko wole yank bolong even in the UK and here bama mas nyolu bama nyolu bugo wala na hameda siri nyoka wol they will say a lot about about Yankuba Dabo bari mo fele me alon ko is struggle so hard to reach to this level. It struggled so hard. It struggled so hard to reach to this level. So you people, if you think it's a man of principle, uncle. You're right. Mome ya lonko is stood with principles. Atoloko atolebe wala nondila. Atoloko atolebe media household le tala. Atoloko albe media household le yele le me ya lonko. Momalo juman le be koma. Attacking that person. Wala attack. Focus on him. It might be Costa Road. Costa Road that will to be. If best cost be around now. These are fake media houses. These are fake people. If media household koma. If a platform will come, it is not more because they are cowards. But we know the PR master. You want the PR master in Banco Kenya. Who knows? Whether the PR master like Gaon la mold them. Allow alam. Like I said, I make sure I can turn at it. Nimma memman koy mamba fa Allah alam ubi Allah la bulu Allah le wolong nimma memman koy ba mem koy dam dron ngatlo wala falante mem koy dam Yankuba Dabo is not that among go do it. Yankuba Dabo not nyata aka son ne kabo ha atenya dem telekoto sonta na bedata ufana aka son a better than telekoto because he took responsibility as a leader. Do you know what is leadership? But later on me ya longo ila klako ila severla ya bula later on men safe. But because of ita bulo ma safe, you don't want to take responsibility of that later. Right? Alma ale Yankuba tanka usifal. Yeah. Ila severla ay severoke. Anu da fola bula prayo severoke. Ite kallo mo nyaro banko be nyato e ka foko ite you don't want to take responsibility of that yo e ko kumota e ka labaji jumale be okela nyato ko banko kanja that person look nindamati fo I will resign from that very day the day you fail to take responsibility in your work, that's the day you should resign from your work. And that is the principles of Yankuba Dabo. He said this akatu wala fala anu abetlo fala all the time. So Mamad Sabali be kalla ken sanwala. Mamad Sabali be faniala landi ka Yankuba kan. Mamad Sabali because they are scared of Yankuba. Because Mamad Sabali anala molu ye dokole dila. They have taxed them. They taxed the dealer to attack Yankuba Dabo. They taxed the dealer. Puka Yankuba Dabo fitnandi. Ye dokole dila. They have no other work. They have no other job. You don't call a dealer. Because Yankuba Damu Nala Moli Killer. But Yalam, if the Yankuba Killer no, at some point without coming towards me, through me, or maybe through Bubakar Siddiq, because we are close to Yankuba. That's why they will always put me and Abubakar Siddiq into the fight. But Kuma killing call for Atondi Sabali. I have respect for him, and I always say this. I will keep the respect between you. But Otatina, ala Kulombalial, nala Kasulombalial, Ntol Falai. Ala Kulombalial, nala Kasulombalial, Umatnento Falai. Because Keba, Yalo, Nin Keba Tana Folabon, Ama understand. Ama Kaso long. So for I explain, I understand. Among Kanandri today. Comment ala character la woti, umala balwoti, umala life Kenya la woti, and I have to say that. So, e malaf tonya la, e malaf mo kendo la, e mo kendo ye dawdra ne belaf la katinya, comme ibe la usen dabo kala ka nyame. Allahu akbar. Dabo jula. Gambia Nelson Mandela. I keloke. For Gambia be along ko I keloke. I keloke for ya soro mile too. I ake Jumale, I ake Gambiele. I ake Gambiele. Abe fintal lumen. I mean fa la mole. Ako na dindewul atole si koma. Leadership. Ako dindewul atole si koma. Kebalu al taminato. Ako andum manlef moye taminato. Alila moye leader nyaton ko. Alila moye a leader. La useno dabo. Dabo jula, sanka jula. Kelo membe bakan. Ala tilo. Ala lannaya. Wala ya tinne ba kele kan wala ya tinne be fanya fo kama wala ya tinna ni membebe ke kan wala ya tinne be ba kilin kala amangen dole ku kutati pour mo le wul ka mo ken dole kele o man ken dole ku kutati to le wolon na meta konole pour mo le wuli na fi ko le wuli ka wo so le wuli mo fu le wuli ka mo ken do kele amange ku kutati nyim banko ka jan baran to le wulu da konole to na ya kele sankajula na même fois ka bara wala abujula la Ousainou Dabo la karandiwo la Ousainou Dabo la dindiwo mais ya lon ko ay do ko Ousainou Dabo la koto ay do ko Ousainou Dabo la koto but Ousainou Dabo la inspired to be a lawyer Ousainou Dabo la inspired Ousainou Dabo la karandi pour être lawyer Ousainou la dajiko Ousainou la jiko ay wala sika wala ba bulu tilim But Ousainou Tilling, Jumale Bestila and Roko of Ousainou Man Tilling. Abe Mansakunda kono Sanji killing or Sanji Fulaninto. Akada foreign minister, Akada vice president, Allah for Mansakunda, you cook killing Fintin, Kavo Ousainou Nafulo Sunwajam, Ousainou Mokana, Ousainou vice president Yagi, I foreign minister Yagi, from the Bimekono, killing man Finti Kafoko, Ousainou Dabo Sunwa in Masakunda kono. Dabo Jula, Sanka Jula. Akilin Jula, Akilin Mori. Akilin Jula, Akilin Mori. Bari, kelo man si follow. Projo, I told the fair, like kelo man si follow. Yalo Nigel, some of the media also go, war of words. Nigel UMC la advocation, il a dino, il a projo, il a war of words, statement upon statement. We will keep making them busy. And that is true, we will keep making them busy. We will keep making them busy. Nabod alabala. Wallahi, Gambian call balon na lako. Jumalam Gambiati, anu Jumalam Gambiati. But Jumalam left in Bankola, and Mamma left in Bankola.